Hello guys, and welcome to another solo leveling arise video. This one I would like to show you a test that I did with Phoenix, Soul, Vulcan's Rage, and Orb of Avarice. The goal of these tests was to see which weapon can do more DPS in a long period of time. It can vary between bosses because of their pattern, etc. But I just wanted to have some sort of estimate. Yes. Uh, Just long story short, Phoenix Bow is the best one for long-term DPS, Vulcan's Rage coming in second, and then Avarice as third. Reason being because once you lose the Raging Black Flames, the ultimate doesn't do a lot of damage. So this is more of a burst weapon for short-term battles. Yep. Otherwise, you can use it as a, let's say, a mana generator. So for damage weapons, Phoenix Soul comes in first, and then Vulcan's Rage comes in second. This is for long-term DPS, so battles like POD, etc. These two weapons will be quite good for that. Now, I didn't have enough time to test if Vulcan's Rage with Phoenix Soul was better than, let's say, Demonic Plumflower or Moonshadow with Phoenix Soul. I usually think that one of these two are good, like in general for any sort of POD, and then you can use the elemental weapon. That's what I think, but I think it's also worth maybe testing both, right? So testing to see if Vulcan Rage with Phoenix Soul is better than, let's say, Plum with Phoenix Soul. So those kinds of tests, maybe next week I do them. I didn't have enough time, unfortunately, and the fire POD is on a weekday, so yeah, people have to work. So anyways, I'm going to show you the test that I did, but first I will explain what was the setup. Yeah, so for the setup I just used these artifacts, so just 3 pieces of lion set and one with curse. I just had it there. The goal of this is just to have nothing that affects damage when time goes by, like for example the curse effect. I didn't want it to apply, but this is a fixed stat thing, so it doesn't really matter. um, then the setups were basically let me just show you actually. So they consisted of having 3 supports that would do nothing. So these are their sets. Their sets do not affect the battle at all because I don't use their support skills. I just had Baru, but that's his name, Baruka. It's Blades. Oh yeah, Blades. I just had Blades there for the attack buff, and everybody gets the same attack buff, so it's not a problem. No runes, so I was just using the weapon all the time just to see how fast I could kill the boss with only using the weapon, just to test how much DPS over a long a period of time the weapon could do. Also note that Phoenix Soul is not using the best Shadow Authority that it can have, which is the Tusk Shadow Authority. So Phoenix Soul can be even better than most of the fire weapons with Tusk. Yeah. Anyways, in summary, Phoenix Soul is the best fire weapon right now. I don't know if it's better than the combinations like Moon Shadow and Plum. I would have to test that. I didn't have time to test that, but I'll probably do it next week. Alright guys, so before we start the videos, if you like this kinds of content, please like and subscribe. And you know the info already, so you know that Phoenix Bow, then Vulcan Rage, then the Orb of Avarice for long-term fights is the best way to go. If you want to see how I did the runs, just stick around. Otherwise, thank you for seeing the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
I'll break through with my own strength. The enemy is pretty strong. Time for a counterattack. I see it all. Time for a counterattack. Burn. I see it all. Burn. There's been a change in the atmosphere. Time for a counterattack. Burn. I see it all. Meet. You're doomed! Time for a counterattack. I see it all. Enough with the jokes. Time for a counterattack. Meet. You're doomed! I see it all. Burn. Time for a counterattack. Meet. You're doomed! I see it all. Burn. 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 Time for a counterattack. Burn. Burn. I see it all. Meet. You're doomed! Time for a counterattack. I see it all. Burn. Time for a counterattack. Burn. Time to warm up. You're an unworthy opponent. I'll end this quickly. The enemy is pretty strong. Time for a counterattack. I see it all. Time for a counterattack. I see it all. Time for a counterattack. There's been a change in the atmosphere. I see it all. I'll burn it all! Time for a counterattack. Return to what you once were! I'll burn it all! I see it all. Time for a counterattack. I'll burn it all! Return to what you once were! Time for a counterattack. I see it all. Return to what you once were! This will help you grow. It was a good fight. It's just business as usual. I see it all. Time for a counterattack. I see it all. Time for a counterattack. Come forward. I see it all. There's been a change in the atmosphere. Time for a counterattack. Oh, bird that swallowed. Come forward. I see it all. Oh, bird that swallowed. Time for a counterattack. I see it all. Oh, bird that swallowed. Time for a counterattack. Oh, bird that swallowed. I see it all. Enough with the jokes. Come forward. Oh, bird, this will really help me grow. You're an unworthy opponent. Looks fun.